This is Ali. It's good to see you. I wanted to quickly talk about the rule of 72 compound interest rate and how it affects our retirement and our savings, and just using some simple illustration. How hard is your money working for you? That's the topic. So what does that all mean? I think a lot of us are confused between saving money and growing your money. Those two are completely different things. And there are also a lot of misconception about, paying down debt versus paying yourself. Because somehow in your human mind that you do one or the other. It's not one and the other. So I have heard people all the time, they said that, well, I have a student loan debt, so I need to put all my money into student loan debt and pay it down. Oh, I have credit card debt, I need to put my money into credit card debt and pay it down. In fact, that's a very big mistake to make, because there are so many people who finally, after years of paying down debt, they're not able to accumulate anything for themselves. But the problem is, now that you even pay down the debt, you are now behind on savings for yourself. So what does that look like, right? So let me just quickly talk about Rule of 72 first, because I think the compound interest is very confusing for a lot of people who are not a number person. So hopefully I can make this very easy for you. You think of growing money is if you put your money in the bank, right? The bank give you less than 1% right now. So basically it's not giving you anything for your as interest. And on top of that, you have to pay tax on the interest, right? So let's pretend the bank give you 1%, okay? So this rule of 72 basically saying that whatever percentage of return you get, you're taking 72 divided by that 1%, then you will get how fast, how many years it will take for the money to double. Let's pretend you're 1%. So 72 divided by 1 is 72 years. So let's say you start at 29 years old, putting $10,000, right? 72 years later, you're 90-some years old, then, right, you will be able to grow your money finally to $20,000. So it's almost saying that if you don't know how to grow your money, remember, saving money does not equal to growing your money, okay? So if you put your money into the bank account and you're putting money away, your inflation is about 7% right now. Even with the good days, inflation is say 3 to 4%, and you're getting 1%. So 3 minus 1 is 2%. 7 minus 1 is 6%, right? So you are going into the hole by that percentage every single year. So you are going negative, right? So that's not a good thing. But how does when you look at people who say, oh, I don't really understand numbers, but really need to understand the concept. Let's say you're growing your money at 10%, making the math very easy, 10%. 72 divided by 10 is 7.2 years. So forget about the 0.2, let's say 7 years. At 29 years old, you're putting the $10,000. 7 years later, it will become 20,000, right? So every 7 years, it will double. So in this case, I illustrated some examples. Let's say your interest rate is 4%, okay? At 29 years old, you put in $10,000. Then you are 18 years later, it will grow 20,000. And then 18 years later, you could become 40,000. And if you are at 29 years old, you are lucky enough to get an interest of 12%. But this is assuming percentages every single year. Very, very difficult to get a 12% interest year after year after year, okay? But just understanding the concept of Rule 72, how it works, right? So let's say 12%, it's every 6 years it will double. 29 years old, you get 10,000. 35 years old, you get 20,000. 41 years old, you get 40,000, so on, so forth. But do you see, if you're just looking at the same example, at 65, the first person who makes 4% did not work any less hard than the person who's making 12%. But look at the difference in saving. One is 640,000, whereas the other 4% is only making 40,000. So it's very important that we grow our money. Besides just saving money, right? We need to grow our money, okay? So that's really the first lesson. Now, this is a really important lesson I want everybody to hear. And I wish I knew this much sooner because obviously I could have been a better saver because I am, really, really conscious of that right now. So how many people, right, say that, hey, I've been in school all my life, right? So many years I devoted to school. Now I just want to go enjoy my life. Let me go spend some money, right? Finally, I got a paycheck. Finally, I'm going to go enjoy life. So they start spending money. So that will be Mr. Wait later, okay? 25 years old, you finally get out of school, you spend the $3,600 a year on your own travel experiences, blah, blah, blah. And then at 32, you say, oh, now I have a family, I have kids, I better start saving money. So pretend you start saving money, $3,600 at, 8% interest rate. So you keep on growing money, putting your money away at 8%. At 48 years old, total savings with the 8% interest equal to $131,000. But if you look at 7 years, that interest will be $34,692, right? But however, if you go on the Mr. Saving Early, start early, they say, you know what, even though I have credit card to pay, but I'll squeeze a little bit out. I'm going to go one less meal a week to go out to eat. Maybe I won't go to Starbucks as often, right? I'm going to start saving money. So by saving money, $3,600 a year, 8%. And then at 31 years old, they stop saving, okay? But do you see after the same 17 years later, 48 years old, does Mr. Save Early have 128,000, but saving total of $25,000 versus Save Later, saving 61,000, getting about the same. But imagine start early, right? Continue the same. How much at 48 this person will have? So that is such an important concept because I feel like when I talk to people, and it's very difficult, and I see the most intelligent people, doctors included, right, or PhDs, a lot of people, engineers, we know how to do a lot of things, but somehow money just escapes us, right? And you can have somebody who's saving, working, and then putting nothing away for themselves. And by the time they're 40 years old, 50 years old, they finally paid off all the credit cards, finally paid off all the student loan, but then they have zero savings. So then they started, right? This is starting at 32 years old. Instead of starting at 48 years old, how much money we have to save? That's not going to be $3,600. It's a lot more than $3,600 just to save enough for retirement. So that's today's topic is saving money is not equal to growing money. I really hope that you like this channel, and I hope that I'm giving you value. I would love for you to share with anybody who may not understand these things, but you know that they need to hear this knowledge and this information. It will help them tremendously. And so if you like it, please subscribe and click the bell so that you can be notified when I upload. And I would love for you to help me to do the financial literacy campaign, so all of us that will become better educated, have a better habit, so we can all save money and have a sound retirement. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.